I think I always had high expectations of Keith, you know, especially stepping in there with a guy like Robert Guerrero, who's very determined to, you know, secure victories also. So, you know, this fight was just for the fans, and, you know, the fans got what they wanted to see, which is fireworks. And, you know, I'm hoping I can match this kind of performance April 11th.
Before this fight, you know, people were talking about Keith maybe fighting people like Floyd Mayweather, like Manny Pacquiao. From what you saw tonight, could he compete with those guys and maybe even beat them?
Well, if Floyd maybe retires out the game, I think maybe Keith is the next guy that hold that division up for a long time. You know, he's very determined, he's very posed, and he's man, I just can't find the right kind of words to describe a guy like Keith, who's very how he is, very humble by what his work can do for him.
Now, you know, you were saying you want to match that performance. You fight April 11th next month on the undercard of a great card in Brooklyn. Andy Lee, he surprised a lot of people lately by winning a world title. I know you're coming to take his title. How's that fight going to play out, Peter?
Well, you know, I train to win. I train for a big victory. You know, I don't have the pressure to perform like a champion. He does. I'm going to just perform like a challenger. I've been in these shoes once before, and it's going to be like no different from any other fight. You know, the difference is that his name is Andy Lee, and I'm just, you know, preparing with my trainers right now just to be determined and just go in there and be focused on the victory, and that's what we're going to do.
Gennady Golovkin, he's not the champ of the division, but a lot of people think he's the best guy in the division. Everybody wants to see him fight a real challenge. If you get past Andy Lee, would you be willing to fight Gennady Golovkin?
Call Al Heyman. You see what Al Heyman is doing over here, man. Al know what kind of fights we looking for, and you know, you see what Al is doing right now, putting fights on a big level, big stage, bringing boxing back to the forefront, and making sure these fighters get paid. And you know, I got a son to feed. Most importantly, what I'm doing is trying to get paid, make sure I'm setting up my kids' future and legacy. So when I'm thinking about these fights, I'm thinking about getting paid and fighting whoever, and I don't care who their name is, what they accomplish. You know, I'm 31-0, 22 knockouts, and you already seen what I've been doing. Gennady Golovkin is doing exactly what he's going to do, and you know, Kid Chaka's going to do what he's got to do. And if we can make the fight happen one day, so be it.
Do you think that you'll put on such a good performance against Andy Lee that maybe people will start saying Peter Quillin's the best middleweight in the world?
You know, I don't worry. I'm not a slave to nobody's opinion, man. Basically, I just do what I do. You know, I never came in the game to try to worry about what people say about me and what label they want to give me. Everybody want to be separated by class, right? You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to be high class. Some people want to be in the first class, but if the plane crash, everybody die. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not a slave to nobody's opinion. You know, I'm out here doing what I got to do, feeding my family, and the best fights is going to yet to be still to come.
The main event that night, Danny Garcia against Lamont Peterson. That's a good fight. Who do you think is going to win that fight, Peter?
Well, I don't never pick a winner because I believe everybody is eligible for victory, and I don't want to ever pick, you know, especially when you picking two fighters that's like friends of mine. Lamont Peterson is a good friend of mine. Danny Garcia is a friend of mine as well. We fought on numerous cards with each other, so I never just want to be biased and, you know, speak about my personal favorites. I think everybody has a chance to win, and I want to just say the best man is going to win.
Well, with Mayweather Pacquiao, then I'm not going to ask you who you think would win, because I understand where you're coming from. But stylistically, how does that fight might play out in your mind?
Well, you know, I'm from Grand Rapids, Michigan, so anytime somebody make it out of that place where I'm from, I'm always going to give them the biggest shot to win, because, you know, it's hard for me to get out of there. Most importantly, you know what I'm saying, you know, Mayweather is considered the best boxer in the world, the best pugilist in the world, and then a lot would consider Manny the best fighter in the world. So you get in two different styles that night, and you know, it's going to be an awesome atmosphere on that magnitude. I'm just hoping that, you know, I'm staying focused on my fight, of course, not worrying about me being at the Mayweather fight, but, you know, determined that if I win or not, you'll see me there, and I'm just very happy, man. That's what it's all about.
Is it important, last question, is it important that that fight is a good fight so it opens the doors for younger fighters like yourself?
Yes, you know, of course, this exposure right now, NBC is going to give us all the exposure. It's going to bring us back to the forefront where it's got to be, and you know what I mean, like, so that's a good way. You know, timing is everything, and this is time to heal everything, and you know, this is the time where, you know, boxing is brought being back to the forefront, and you know, I'm glad to be part of it and securing my legacy as well. So, you know what I mean, y'all stay tuned. April 11th, fireworks in the month of April.